Loving a narcissist is like dying of thirst and trying to quench that thirst with salt water. No matter how much of that salt water you drink, no matter how much you try to love that narcissist, it will never be enough. And over time, it will eventually lead to your demise. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, known as Mental Healness, across all social media platforms, except for Instagram. I got an extra S on there because Melanie won't give me my name on there, but it's all good. I'm just joking, Melanie, if you hear this. The point of my platform is to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and while doing all of that, validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. So the point of this series right here is just to take my TikToks and YouTube shorts and make them longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds. That one was like 15 seconds. So the one you just watched was about, I said an analogy the other day in a video that stuck with me. I say stuff that sticks with me because that's why I don't cut these videos. These videos are just straight, literally, I'll have a topic and I just go in on it. Like, this is straight train of thought. Like that video yesterday where I came up with this analogy when I was saying, or the other day, I forgot when I came up with it. But it was just when I said that saying, that's like loving a narcissist is like being thirsty as hell, dying of thirst, and trying to quench that thirst with salt water. And if you know anything about how salt water works in your body, it actually does more harm than good because it dries up your organs from the inside out, as opposed to actually quenching your thirst. But like loving a narcissist, you trying to quench that thirst. You drinking so much more. You drinking more and more water, more and more salt water, trying to quench that thirst. Maybe I drink more. Maybe I drink a little bit more. It'll do better. It'll help me out more. Maybe I'll love them a little bit more. It'll help them out. Maybe if I can look. You cannot outlove the trauma that made somebody a narcissist. You cannot outlove the entitlement that made somebody have these narcissistic tendencies or traits or be a full-blown narcissist. You cannot outlove that. There's no amount of salt water that you can drink that will quench that thirst that you have to try to fix this person. You can't do that. You don't have the power to do that. And it's not me being disparaging towards anybody. It's just me being real with it. That person has to want to quench their own thirst. That person has to want to get help. You see the potential in them. You see the potential that water can do for them. You see the potential that love can do for them. So you try to pour more love into them and you point it out of yourself. The last video I just did was about this exact same thing. You cannot love somebody more than you love yourself. You cannot love that narcissist more than you absolutely love yourself. You just can't do it. You don't have the ability to do that. You just don't. You know what I mean? You don't have the ability to do that. And there's nothing wrong with not having the ability to do that. You know what I mean? There's really nothing wrong with that. You just don't have the ability to do it. And then it's cool. That's fine. But you have to prepare yourself because, like, the more and more you try to love this person, the less you'll love yourself. And I know people are like, no, Lee, I practice self-love all the time, brother. I practice self-love all the time, bro. You wrong on that one, Lee. You dead wrong on that one. I practice self-love all the time. You cannot. I just feel like it's a tough task to practice self-love while simultaneously loving a narcissistic person more than you love yourself. That's a tough task. I feel like that's damn near impossible to do because you know how narcissists are. We require constant love, attention, affection, cheeks, everything, all of it. All of the above. Y'all know how to sneak some cheek clapping in there. I had to sneak the cheeks in there. I know it's childish. Y'all like, Lee, you're so childish. I wish this channel was a little bit more professional. If you want a professional narcissistic channel, y'all need to go talk to Sam Vagnon or what is the buddy's name? HG Tudor or, Dr. Romney, Les Carter, and Laura. Y'all go talk to them. They had the professional narcissist channels. This right here is going to be me coming off the cuff. You want to do realism? Come off the cuff. Talk to me, Ben Taylor. Cluster B milkshake. Y'all to check our page out too though. But that's how it goes. That's literally how it goes though. You cannot. I see so many people, and I talk to so many people to get caught up in these relationships, trying to heal these people. You are a healer. You're a natural healer. You might be an empath. You might be a codependent person that just has very, very some attachment issues and have a lot of problems letting go. You need that validation from them. Like the narcissist has a very good way of isolating you from everybody else, just so to make them the only source of validation that's available to you in your life. Get you away from your mom and dad and your parents and your friends, Guess who you have to go to for validation? Me. And I'm going to restrict that. I'm going to give you little bits and pieces of validation. You dressed up, you got your red bottoms on, your tight little black dress, you looking good, feeling good, smelling good, and you just want me to give you a compliment, like, babe, how'd it all look? I'm like, oh, it was nice. Look okay, nice. Had a girl tell me earlier, or her boyfriend, the way he would shut her down, was just like, you look good, but like people over around here don't wear heels. Told her she didn't need to wear heels. Just shut her whole outfit down because she wore some heels. You see how that stuff was right there? Just you narcissists want to be the only source of validation in your life. They want to be the only source of validation in your circle. That's why they don't like you having if it's a narcissistic man, they don't like you having male friends or male anything. If it's a narcissistic woman, they don't like you having female friends or women friends and things like that. They don't like you having members of the opposite sex. However it goes. Or the same sex. If you have a narcissistic, gay man, they don't want you have men around you. Same thing go for, gay women, lesbian women. Same thing, same difference. It's just how it goes. It's internal, like they want to be the only source of love that you get from, around here, the only source of validation. But you have to give that more to yourself. Because I see this, the main reason that people stay in with narcissistic relationships is because they say they're in love. That's one of the main reasons. I can say it's the main reason, but it's one of the top reasons right there. Love. And you know what, Lee? Let me stop you right there for you going in on the topic of love, because you don't understand it, because you got the Jezebel spirit. You got the Jezebel spirit. Hey, Lee, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just keeping it real. You got that Jezebel spirit in you. You need Jesus. Get this Jezzy and get Jesus. But it's how it goes. It's literally how it goes, though. But like love, like if your heart and your brain are not in alignment with somebody, you are in for a tumultuous journey. You just are. Point blank, period, end of story. If your heart and your mind are not in alignment, your journey is going to be tumultuous. It's going to be a bumpy road. You're choosing the trail, because if you lead with your heart, you will get hurt. I just know that, because your brain is there to protect you. Your brain is there to, your intuition is kicking off. Like my, it don't feel right. These are red flags, but your heart is just like, I'm red too. And your heart will lead you down that path of that lead you down the wrong path. I'm telling you, your heart to really know that you are in love with somebody and it is true and it's genuine. Your heart and your brain will be in alignment. You will not think you are crazy. You will not see that there will not be red flags that you will be ignoring because you're in love. You have healthy boundaries set up and things like that. Heart-mind alignment is extremely important. It just is. Point blank, period, end of story. It just is. You have to. You know what I mean? You really just have to do it like that. So I hope this video helped. I hope it reaches the right people. I hope it changes the right people's lives and things like that. I gotta go. It's Saturday, October 30th. I'm manic. I'm using this energy to treat my family good. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I'm truly thankful for every single one of y'all. Mental illness is out. Peace. Boom.